What's going on, guys? We are back here with some more Aetherdrift Standard, and it's Pro Tour week. Pro Tour just happened this past weekend, and we have plenty of decks to go ahead and take a look at. And the deck that you see in front of you is one of those particular decks. So this particular Golgari, Midrange, Obliterator, Fight Club, whatever you want to call it, deck was played by Christopher Larsen and Javier Dominguez. You might recognize Javier's name. Christopher Larsen also, phenomenal player, has been on the PT for some time. Javier's constructed record, not the best. Ended up going 5-5 in the constructed rounds. Christopher Larsen, on the other hand, finished with a 9-1 record in constructed. So 9 wins, 1 loss. It's a pretty good win rate, if you ask me, with Phyrexian Obliterator. Now, when you look at this deck list, you don't really notice any Aetherdrift cards, but there is one, and quite possibly maybe one of the more important ones that a deck like this could have received, just because when you're trying to cast a quad black spell and green 3-drops and 2-drops, you do end up needing quite a bit of dual lands, and that is kind of what Wastewood Verge allows you to do. You only have 7 basic swamps, but you can use Bushwhack to find, say you have like Blooming Marsh, Llanowar Wastes, Verge. You don't have a swamp to turn on the Verge, but you can use the Marsh, Bushwhack for a swamp, then that swamp turns on the Verge to then cast the Obliterator. The reason to play Obliterator is it is very, very good against any deck that is trying to deal damage to it. So specifically the Gruul Mice deck, where it's really hard for them to attack into this thing because they basically have to wait until they can kill you through the Obliterator blocking, which is very difficult to do, especially when you have your own kill spells. On top of that, if you just draw Obliterator plus Bushwhack, this is basically just Splinter Twin against anybody, where if you can resolve Bushwhack on Obliterator, they sacrifice a whole bunch of permanents because the Obliterator fights their creature is dealing damage to it, and then they have to sack the permanents with the Obliterator's ability. Past the combo, I mean, a lot of this is just standard stuff you would see in Golgari, so Cut Down, Duress, other kill spells, Dreadknight. We're playing Sentinel and Preacher still, no Glissas, which makes a lot of sense, given how much nowhere to run there is in the Pixie decks. We even have a Baloth in the main to respect Pixie, along with the second Baloth in the board, 3 Maelstrom Pulse, and a Gixis command. You can't really get too fancy with the mana base because, again, you are trying to play Phyrexian Obliterator, so you can't really play Basic Forest, and you certainly can't play Colorless Lands. But other than that, yeah, it's a pretty clean list, and just something we hadn't really seen coming up to the Pro Tour, and very surprised to see Larsen just 9-1 with this deck. A very, very impressive record. What I like about the sideboard, too, I want to highlight this real quick. There is Unholy Annex and 2 Archfiend in the sideboard. Now, if you've looked at Golgari decks before the PT, you might have seen a bunch of annexes in the main deck a couple of months ago. The Demons package was very popular in Golgari. It's kind of fallen out of favor, and for good reason, right? When you have something like Flood Pits Drowner, tapping Archfiend, or Town to bounce your Annex token, that stuff doesn't line up super well. So you only want to board in Annex against decks that don't really have an effective answer to the Archfiend itself. So it makes sense to put those in the sideboard. Just wanted to highlight that. But yeah, a really cool take on Golgari. Very excited to see if we can maybe resolve some Bushwhack on Phyrexian Obliterator, maybe? Well, you're going to have to watch the games. So I'll see you back here in just a little bit for round number 1. On the draw, do you notice a problem with this hand? It's fine, right? I think it's fine. What's the issue? Exactly. What's the next best fight spell that you can play besides Bushwhack? Because I do kind of want like 1 or 2 extra. Come on, man. Stop. I do kind of want like 1 extra fight spell. It's probably Tail Swipe, right? Tail Swipe's instant. Okay. I like how I've drawn 2 lands that are both not swamps. I have to draw here, I think. There we go. Okay, now I'm good on lands. Okay, speaking of good on lands, they didn't draw land. That's good. There's a fight spell that kills vehicles. Really? No, I didn't add the forest. I mean, you can't play a forest. I don't think you can. What's the fight spell that kills vehicles? Could be sketchy if they have a helping hand, which it looks like they do. Plow through. Card plow through. G sorcery. Target creature fights or destroy target vehicle. Yeah, it could be okay. Do they block if I attack? I don't know if that trade's good for me. Because they can just double block. Yeah, I don't think I want to take that trade. And if they double block, I could anoint the Inti, but then they keep this in play, which I don't want to do. I think they do block there. But maybe I just should expect them not to block. Primal Might's not bad too, because you do have a lot of mana sources. Like 23 lands plus 4 Bushwhacks. So like having a nice mana sink like that later in the game, especially with flyers and or tramplers. No, I'm saying the Inti is better. Like, so here's the thing. I think the Inti is better, but it's not clear that they think the Inti is better. Does that make sense? Don't question mark me. I said what I said. Okay. Give me a fight spell up the top. Ho, 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 ho. Now we're talking. Now we're talking, folks. Sacrifice 3 permanents, please. Do you think they keep Land Scholar or 2 lands? My guess is they keep 2 lands. Okay. Well, they're actually going to keep none of their permanents. Never mind. Duress, Tear Frillback. We cut Harvester, Baloth, Bronco. We cut. What else did we cut against them? Oh, Command. I don't know if I should cut Command. Do I want to go down to 1 pulse and play second Command? I don't hate Command because they do have a lot of like small shitters. Yeah, let's try the Command. Over the weekend, I've become brilliant. It's kind of an awkward Verge hand, but probably good enough. Does this deck eschew Snakeskin because trying to have Obliterator and Fight and Protection is just too absurd? Yeah, because it makes it a 6-mana play. So, like, the whole idea behind Obliterator plus Fight, and the reason it's so good, is because what you can do is you can play other stuff in the first couple of turns, like Dreadknight, Sentinel, Preacher, that kind of stuff, make them answer that, and then just go turn, like, as a 5-mana play, Obliterator plus Fight. Is the idea. So, like, turning that into a 6-mana play as opposed to a 5-mana play, it's just kind of awkward. You just don't have that kind of time in most games. Okay, I want to use all of my mana this turn, which means I want to kill the Inti. And I don't want them to... This is awkward. Okay, I'm going to pass. What I might actually do is let them hit me with the Inti, try to get them to discard the Oculus, and then kill it. Because I'm worried that if I kill the Inti, they just go land 3, fear, discard Oculus, play Helping Hand. But then if that happens, I can just go for the throat and Duress. Yeah, that's fine. I'll just do this then. And I don't want them to get back their Inti this turn. Okay. Yeah, like, worst case scenario, they go discard Oculus here, but... Okay, that's good. Let's play around Spell Pierce. And then I might just play a 3-2 this turn. Bounce Spell Torch. I guess just take Torch. The bounce spell doesn't matter. And then I guess we draw a card. Okay. It's good if we can find a swamp. Tail Swipe is too bad. Well, that's what I was saying earlier about potentially wanting more fight spells. And I was trying to figure out what the next best fight spell would be, and I think it might be Tail Swipe. With the Go for the Throat in hand, I just didn't care if they drew a Chart a Course, right? Because, like, even if they chart Helping Hand, I just have to Go for the Throat in hand. So it's not that big of a deal. I now realize the previous hand had 1 land Bushwhack, and I maybe should have kept it. I'm not used to playing... I'm not used to playing Bushwhack. So I need to, like, understand the range of keepable hands that include 1 land Bushwhack. I'm just used to seeing 1 land and immediately mulligan, but... Beans. Nah, this is the first domain deck we played against. Yeah, that's a good point too, Stealth Elephant. I mean, this has to be the worst matchup, right? I can't imagine a matchup in the format that's worse than this. Did Larsen really just dodge domain the whole day? I want to go check now. I'm pretty sure he did, but I'm going to go check. Because you can check his results. Alright, Chris, where are you? Cristoford. So, Larsen played against domain 3 times, and he beat it twice. But his only loss was domain. So. Why Schism over Slasher? Because of nowhere to run. Also, Slasher isn't even that good against domain, because they have so many rides ends. And people are main decking smites. Like, Slasher's just not good in this format. We're gonna stop wasting time on that one. Okay, Duress. I think this has to be the Annex plan against them. Okay, all the kill spells out. You probably have to keep in some number of kill spells for what you call it. For Zur. How many? I guess we can just do 2 Anoints, maybe? Well, I don't know. It's probably Go for the Throw, because you can kill a unimpended Overlord with it. Maybe I can go -1 Bushwhack, +1 more Go for the Throat. Oh, the Baloth can go. Okay. Command's not great against them either. It's like, are any of these cards in my sideboard less embarrassing than a command? Command, like, maybe is fine. I guess. I don't know. Which streamer is most likely to get a GFTT Altar of Gopher, the Throat, and why is it probably Amy? That's correct. I could see Amy doing something like that. Yeah, Command is not the worst against Zur Animate. Like, they go Zur Animate, you command, kill small things, make them sack the Overlord. It's not that bad. I mean, I wouldn't say it, like, wins the game by itself, because they still are up a ton of life after the exchange. But it helps, you know. Oh. Don't even know if it's good, but I guess we're going to find out. God, what do you even name? What do you name against them? Zur, Overlord. I don't think it's Beans. I kind of want to name Overlord of the Mistmoors. But I'm also not sure I should even be doing that this turn. I guess if I'm going to name Mistmoors, I probably have to do it this turn. No, I'm not naming Borborygmos. I'll name Mistmoors. Because given their current mana situation, it would make sense for them to have that card in their hand. Yeah, whatever. That I'm okay with. Overlord. Okay, well. Interesting. They appear to have sideboarded out a copy of Overlord. Okay. Alright. Well, we don't have to deal with those. We do somehow have to beat 3 copies of Sunfall. I don't really know how we're doing that. Getting back the Annex isn't even good this turn because it doesn't come into play with anything. But it's probably better than doing anything else. Well, let's try to think about this in terms of mana efficiency. So, like, this turn, I Archfiend. Next turn, I have 6 mana. But I can't really be mana efficient next turn with 6. I mean, I don't know. It's still fine. Oh, -4 life. Well, -3 life. Not that I think 3 life matters against them, but it is -3 life. Okay. I mean, I guess. Stonebrain too strong. That's why they skewed. They couldn't handle the power of Stonebrain. Which, you know, understandable. Like, I get it, you know. Yeah, I was confused. Oh my god. See, it's fine to draw the verges because I cut the stupid whatchamacallits. It's fine to draw the verges because I cut the obliterators. Beans. Ding, ding, ding. Play Domain later, please. No. Normally, this is the part of the stream where I would say, you know, I would play Domain for X amount of dollars. I don't know if there's an amount of money that I would consider playing Domain for. Get lost. I guess we're killing the beanstalk? I think I have to, right? Yeah, that was the plan. Okay, well, this was not part of the plan. Fuck. Well, shit. Pulse would be nice. This would be a really good Pulse turn. Send a 5/5 maybe? Or 6/6 rather, excuse me. Yeah, I mean, could be mana efficient next turn and go double annex. I mean, if they for some reason don't interact with my board, I can deal them 10 next turn. Okay. It's probably a little too much to ask. Pulse would be nice, because then I can go Pulse Annex. Not quite. Could Preacher Bushwhack kill the Overlord? That sounds awful. You know... Alright, I got a plan. It's not a very good plan, but it is a plan. Okay, that helps. Hold. That is, in fact, part of the plan. The funniest part of domain winning is that still won't see a huge uptick in paper because no one wants to pay for that. Yeah, well, I think people are also very worried about playing it in paper because of the mirror match. The domain mirrors. Well, I can't remember a mirror match in recent memory that's as miserable to play as the domain mirror. It's abysmal. They're at 17. Yeah, I guess the Nadu mirror was pretty bad. But at least the thing about the Nadu mirror is the games just ended on turn 3, you know? Like, both decks were kind of mostly non-interactive for the most part. So they kind of just ended. At least they reached a natural conclusion. Sure, the combo turns took forever, but like, you know, the actual number of turns you played was not that much, but the domain mirrors just never end. The games just go on forever. You think they have a binding in hand? Okay, it seems like they don't have a binding in hand. They didn't get a priority window. I have to kill the Mistmoors, right? God, it feels so bad. But if I don't kill the Mistmoors, I don't know how I'm ever getting in damage. Attacking was kind of bad? Why? I mean, if I'm killing the Mistmoors, I have to attack. I'm going to fight in Pulse. Oh, I could have fought the Mistmoors. True. Yeah, that was probably a better line. Okay, I messed up. Yeah, no, you're right. That was a better line than this. Because now I guess we're doing this. That line was way better, though. I forgot that I put a counter on it. In my head, the Bushwhack was going to trade the demon for the Mistmoors. But yeah, I should have just went fight, no attack, pulse the Overlords. And then probably played Dreadknight. That'd have been a better line. Yeah. Much better line against this. They're not animating. Okay, hold. Hold. Sure. Or turn 19. Okay, so destroy small things, make them sack an Overlord, and then I guess probably duress them. Then I can kill their Nissa. Okay, I do have second Zur, which makes this kind of annoying, but... Is there a world where I don't make them sack an Overlord? No, I have to, right? Yeah, I have to. I mean, I'm still probably going to lose to the second Zur, though, right? Like, obviously this is a good turn, but I'm still not in great shape against the second Zur. I can fight it. Yeah, I guess I can Bushwhack to fight it. This is winnable. I think it's winnable. Sure. Yeah. It's 6. My life total's getting a little bit low, though, is the problem. Okay, that kind of helps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, probably. So let's duress first. Okay, that's good news. Then Bushwhack, fight, play Preacher, and then map onto the Preacher. We definitely don't attack this turn. Keeping that. I mean, if they brick for a couple turns, like 7/7 checks the Overlord, this checks the other two. Obviously, we need them to brick a couple of turns, but it's not a brick. What's up, Brighter Die? Yeah, try and do 5 with each. I'm in. All right, what is Glide Fox working with today? -1 card. Okay, how's the mirror match go? I have no fucking clue. No idea how this mirror goes. I mean, they're right. It is definitely time to saddle up. They don't have a kill spell that we know about. I'm just gonna slam this. We found the ace in the hole. I'm blocking, I promise you. Alright, so fight. Is it even worth killing the Bronco? I can't, no, because we know they have the Obliterator. Do I offer the trade? Weird. I'm not even sure this trade's good for me. I think I'm just gonna play this and pass. And then if they go land Obliterator, I can go fight here, then go for the throat this. So I think this is just better. It is a little sketchy if they go land 5, second Obliterator plus fight, but... Yeah, maybe I should have attacked first. Because if I attack first, they can never block, right? I do have the Restless Cottage. How's the Marty Monument deck? I think it's good. I uploaded a video with that deck last night. That was yesterday's YouTube video, so I would recommend going to check that out. I was moderately impressed when we played it, though. I think that Corey cooked up a nice one. as Corey usually does. Ooh, we're trading. I'm down with the trade. Second Cottage. Is their hand just all lands? I mean, I guess we're going to find out. I think it might be. Jesus Christ. Well. Awkward. Huh. I mean, I kind of had a feeling that was the case, but I didn't think it was literally going to be 4 lands. They're at 5? Yeah, I can just send everything, because if they block the Bronco, I can just get it back. Make them sack, get it back. -4? Oh, well, now I can just do this, right? See ya! -4 lands? I would like you to sacrifice 4 lands, please. The good news is, they got plenty in their hand. Oh, they can sack the token? That's not fair. I thought they cast the draw spell going out of their own terms. Alright. Alright. An honorable death. What the hell do we do in the mirror match? Okay, assuming they're playing the exact same 75. I mean, it's got to be a Stonebrain matchup, right? Frillback, Tear, Annex, Command, Archfiend, Duress out. Do we cut the fight plan? What's up, JC? I'm not sure how good the fight plan is against them. Could be a very awkward Pulse matchup. Yeah, I think I'm going to cut Pulse. And then got to cut 2 more. Yeah, cut down's not great. Keep in a couple Pulses then, maybe. I think I might rather keep in Duress than Pulse. I could just see myself in spots where I have a Sentinel and they have a Sentinel, and I just can't cast this Maelstrom Pulse. Like, I could certainly see it just being, like, a completely dead card a large percentage of the time. I don't see any issues with this hand. Okay, they're on 5. That's good. I kind of wish I had got this Annex art in paper. I got the boring plain art, but I wish I got the fancy one. Unholy Annex. It's nothing like Chaos Orb. You just gotta live a little, you know? You just have to open up your imagination. Phyrexian Obliterator. Somebody should do like a Phyrexian Obliterator altar and just have it be like put a face of Exodia on it. Okay, this Annex is gonna cook me. Not really much I can do about it, but yeah, Fiber Jar, that's what it is. Fiber Jar mentioned? That card's a banger, by the way. Fiber Jar is based. Go? We are bushwhacking. We are whacking the bush today. Well, Corey knows. 2, 4, 5, 6. I think I don't cast the Anoint here. It looks weird, but I want to get full value to this Gix's command. So I think I'd rather do this, and then Anoint when they go to unlock the other one. So this is end of turn Anoint, untap, land 8, double Obliterator. So it kind of works. Using my mana efficiently. It's the most important part about Magic. Write that one down. That's free advice. Oh, they unlock the other room. Okay. Well, I don't really have any other plays, right? Like, I guess I'll cast my 2 5/5s. They've already used 2 Go for the Throats. Like, they may not have a third one. Where's the Pulse deck? I have a third one. Like, what am I supposed to do? Not cast both of them? I guess I could go Obliterator, Dreadknight, maybe? I don't know. I'm just too far behind. I think I got a jam. Okay. Well, I sure could use a Pulse right about now. It's probably the same thing they're saying. So -6. Okay. This. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. So I can draw a card. That's not a Pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can animate Cottage. But if I animate Cottage, I can't hold up Kill Spell for Demon. So I think I'm just going to hit for 10. Play Dreadknight, pass. And I mean, it's unlikely they can play 2 demons this turn. Sure. They're just gonna die to their own annexes. Okay. They're literally just dead, right? May I ask for a creator recommendation in chat, or is that off limits? When you say creator recommendation, what do you mean by that, Pebble Sensei? Take 6, please. Yeah, see, this is the One Ring in Standard, by the way. Draw 3, lose 3. It's basically the same thing. Ding, 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 ding. They did have the cut down too. When keeping it real goes wrong. This is why you don't play the third annex, folks. I'll keep this. I wanted to play this deck, Ben S's deck, Golgari Graveyard, and Jeskai Oculus. I'm going to try to get to all 4 of those today. I mean, to be fair, I threw that game. If I fight the White Overlord and then pulse the Green Overlords, I don't think I can lose that game. I mean, I shouldn't say I can't lose, because they still had that ridiculous sequence of the just binding into Overlord into Overlord, but like, I would have had a much better chance to win if I didn't make that play, right? Kind of want to take Smite. Because that guarantees me... Well, it doesn't even guarantee me 2 cards off of this, right? Because they can just ride send the Bronco. But I should take one of their cheap kill spells, I think. Is there any deck that beats everything but domains, so you can just fold those and go on next? Is there a deck that beats everything but domain? Cage, right? Cage kind of does. But you're 0% against Domain, so... Okay, we have located a cut down. Surely that's going to be good. Yeah, everything but Sunfall decks. I would guess the Azorius control deck is probably a bad matchup for Cage, too. I'm surprised they didn't ride send the Bronco main phase. Sure. Beatdowns, maybe? Yeah, beatdowns. I think we go beatdowns. And then if they want to ride send the Dreadknight, I could just cut down it. Sure. Yeah, Abe was the Cage player who performed the best. I think Abe, I don't know what was Abe, what, X and 2 in Standard, I think? I can look it up. Because Abe went 12 and 4 overall. So constructed record for Abe was he played against Domain once. He played against Domain once, but he did beat it. His constructed losses were Dimir mid and Esper Pixie, which in theory should be good, but he did beat Azorius control. Yeah, he played against Domain once and Azorius once. But he beat both of the Sunfall decks that he played against, which is kind of impressive. I think what I'm going to do is play the Baloth this turn, and then play the Dreadknight next turn. It's a slightly more efficient use of mana. And then next turn I can go Dreadknight, 3-2, saddle, attack for 6. Okay. So they gain 6, but I do get to kill the Zur, so it's not the end of the world. Like, it's not the worst Zur ever, you know? So let's draw a card first, because I'm doing that regardless. Okay, now I can do this, kill here. We are going to take 6, which is kind of unfortunate, but I can probably race them. Fight? Nah. Oh, you wanted me to fight, play tap lane, save the Go for the Throat? Maybe. I mean, saving the Bushwhack in case we draw Obliterator is pretty high upside, right? But maybe you're right. It's possible that other line was better. That's huge. Well, we win the race, don't we? Well, no, I can do this, right? Yeah, do this. Doesn't matter what exile. No, you're right. That line was probably a little bit better. Of just fight the Zur. Well, so what? You wanted me to fight the Zur, go for the Throat the Binding, not play the Dreadknight that turn? Maybe. And just save the Dreadknight for next turn? Yeah, that could have been better. Okay, so Demon Plan. I'm boarding in the brains, whether you like it or not. The stone brains are coming in, okay? You can't stop me. I think we cut all the Obliterators last time. Yeah, we kept in Throats. Yeah. They gotta be good. I know. You can't interrupt the chef when he's cooking up a delicious meal. That's dead. Dead. Fastest beans kill ever. Get out. Kindly leave. And by kindly leave, I mean kindly leave the format. I mean, I guess we're just annexing, yeah. Can't think of a reason not to. Oh, they have Get Lost? That's a reason not to. But, I mean, like, what am I going to do? Nothing? I gotta play my spells. Okay. See, now I'm getting trolled. Yeah, what if I just Frillback and don't pay just so I can map? I mean, it's not the worst. I don't need the Frillback because I have 3 fucking pulses. I'm doing it. Could gain life. I'd rather map than gain life. I don't think the life matters in this matchup. I cast Nessie and Courser. See, they had to respect it. That's just +1 map. Okay. Now they think their enchantments are safe because I ran out the Overlord. Little do they know. Alright. Their hand is not fantastic, but we need to find spells. Yeah, 4 mana, make 1 map token. Okay, that is a spell. It's a spell that's also quite good against their Elspeth Smites. Okay, big. Huge, some would say. I think they wanted to hold up Double Smite, but it turns out they didn't get to do that. I was thinking about attacking with Cottage, but yeah. I will keep that. I'm pretty sure they meant to keep up Double Smite, but... Draw. I haven't played a land yet, have I? Let's gamble a little bit. I guess here, because they're going to double smite the Preacher anyways. I was kind of loose. I should have just played this. It's kind of annoying. But again, it's really only plus 6 life. I could beat 6 life. Or 5 life, rather. I'll even just take this. Tear Ass. 13 to 22, huh? Okay, so throat this. Attack with both, let them smite the 2/2. That's fine. Get a homie, and then do I even kill the Overlord? I mean, I probably should, right? Just be mana efficient. I could use the Tear Asunder, but I think I'd rather just be mana efficient, especially with another Pulse in hand. Okay. Things at 8. I can kill it. I mean, I have to. Okay. I have a Smite left over. So, throat this. These aren't the greatest exchanges for us, because we're, like, every single one of these exchanges that we make, we're down a card, but... Can hope they don't have more of them. Just attack first. Give me a card. Archfeed of the Dross. It's just Sentinel. Sentinel map. Because if they have Sunfall, I want to save the Dreadknights. Yeah. Like, make them Sunfall these two, then play this. Now the cottages. Beja. Okay. That was a reason to not map, I guess. Okay, well. No, stop with this Go Pack Go propaganda. Do you not see the hat that I'm wearing right now? Like, what are we doing here? Kept a card on top. Let's go beatdowns. Just in case there is Azorius control. I want to go beatdowns. Is that worth it? So I can cut down this turn, play 3-2, next turn draw a card, maybe draw land, play 3-2. I think that's worth it. But I want to play the 3-2 this turn, and then next turn I have 2 shots at finding an untapped land to go draw plus 3-2. I think that makes sense. Did we eat the hat yet? No, I'm wearing it. Okay, untap land, please. It's fine, I guess. Your turn. This appears to be... Did the blue-white control deck that Arne and Ely played have Ride's End? I don't remember it having that card, but maybe it did. 4 copies? Really? Okay. I didn't know they played that many. I mean, it kind of makes sense. It's a good card. Kind of have to keep that to kill the Jace. I'm not a big fan of it, but... Like, they're going to Sunfall me this turn, so in order to kill the Jace next turn, I have to keep the Pulse. The end would be nice. Streamer complains about there not being Aetherdrift cards in the format, and my opponent has 2 Aetherdrift cards in their graveyard. They can mill it. Yeah, but if they mill it, then they're not... True. I guess they wouldn't want a plus anyways if they're going to Sunfall. I didn't think about that. But, like, maybe forcing them to mill is good, you know? Because at the end of the day, I'd rather draw a Pulse than a random card. It was, which makes sense, you know? Okay, I have cut down targets. That's good. Let's do that now. It's a pretty good turn. And then I can send this at Jace, this at them, just in case they have Smite. I don't know if Arne had Smite main deck, but just in case. I don't really want to play a 3-2, right? Into Sunfall? Yeah, let's just not do that. Yeah, Ride's End is good. Ride's End is a very good card. They had a list of the most popular cards. Oh. I'm happier with that than the alternative. This match is going to take a long time. A very, very long time. Notably, they cannot currently cast... They cannot currently cast Normalize. The PT list had 1 Sunfall, 3 Day of Judgment. Really? A little surprised. I didn't look at their Wrath split, but a little surprised to hear that. I guess you really do need the 4-mana Wrath against Gruul, as opposed to the 5-mana Wrath, so it kind of makes sense. I have the list of PT decks up. I can just go look at Arnie's list. So Arnie had 3 Day of Judgment and 1 Sunfall and 3 Lockdown. And then no more sweepers in the sideboard, it looks like. Yeah, no sweepers in the board. How much do we want to commit to a sweeper? I mean, if he only has 1 Sunfall... I don't know if they're playing the same list, but if they only have 1 Sunfall, like... I can just probably jam both of these. Let's make a map first. And then let's go Dreadknight, map onto Dreadknight. No. 3. Yeah, I mean, look. There's only 1 Sunfall in the deck, right? Like, what are the odds? Don't actually tell me the odds, by the way. When I say what are the odds, it's mostly a joke. I don't actually want to know what the odds are. Got what? I have 2 more pulses. That's a little annoying. 18 and 60. I don't think that's exactly what I meant by show me the odds. How many stock ups have they played? 1, I think. Negate Duress. Well, I wanted to know your secrets. Because I wanted to know if this was going to resolve. I sure hope it does. Okay, that's good. Any cottage fire-uppers? Kind of have to, right? Yeah, I think I have to. I gotta start dealing with this Jace. I don't think cards in graveyard matter, but or like what specific cards are in the graveyard. Food secured. Yeah, I like that. That's good. Yeah, keep your secrets then. I don't need them. Who won the Pro Tour? I think it might have been Domain. Not positive, but I think it might have been a Domain player. Jace is on 4. Can I have a card? Can I have a card off the top, please? Uno cardo, por favor. Don't counter this. Come on. 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have enough to cottage and play Dreadknight. Or could map and just play 2 threats. Yeah, sure. Are they gonna counter my Baloth? Alright, sure. They really don't like the Baloth, huh? Map secured. How many times have we attacked them for 0 with this Sentinel? Like 4? We just need to make sure they, they get the message. Blossome's on 2. I mean, they probably don't want to pop it on 3. Okay, they switched up their target now. Oh, because they can jump the Sentinel. Yeah. Jace on 5. Okay, I could get real aggressive here. All right, let's start here. I'm gonna start here. And I have 5 mana left over. Let's map onto this. Because if we hit a spell, this will be 1 guaranteed power. Damn. Yeah, they've only gone through 1 stock up at this point. I don't know if I should have bushwhacked pre-combat. I probably should have bushwhacked pre-combat. Is it worth casting Go for the Throat? No, there's no way. Because they're going to block with both this turn. Yeah. So we can probably just get better use out of it next turn. And go here. Word. Go. List only has 1. I can't imagine that. No, they had 4. That was like the best card in their deck. The Arnie blue-white control list had 4 stock-ups. Arnie went 9-1 with it. I would like to gain 3 life, please. 3 life secured. I still got 2 pulses in the deck. I need 1 really quick. I'm fighting the good fight over here. I'm doing all I can, you know? I'm doing everything that I can. Sure. So if they make a fish, I can go for the throat it. Okay. Is that even good? Jace is on 6. I have 29 cards. I don't think I can keep that. I have 2 pulses in the deck, and I think I just have to find 1. It's a guaranteed spell for maps. Right, but it's not a very good spell, you know? Like, I think I would rather just dig for a pulse. I think I'd rather just dig for a pulse. I don't want that. I don't think I want that. Nope. Your turn. I guess the somewhat good news is now they can't shrink the Dreadknight fully. How many Jaces did the blue-white deck have? 4? I gotta fight through 4 of these fuckers? I'm having a hard enough time dealing with the first 2. How do you expect me to deal with 4? I can't do that. I don't have the resources for that. Is this still game 1? Yeah, it's blue-white control. What do you expect? They're cycling Jace. Okay. Interesting. I'd like my 3 life, please. Oh, that was bad. I probably should have go for the throat of the Dreadknight. But I felt like I had to save this for the whale. I did mill the Maelstrom Pulse. Isla. Look, I'm fighting the good fight, okay? I'm trying everything that I can. I'm doing everything that I can. I am no longer fighting the good fight. Turns out there is no good fight to be fought. I do have a decent sideboard plan against them. I think Command's bad. I mean, I guess Command kind of works against Counterspell, sort of, but not really. Would you keep in Go for the Throat just for the Overlord? That can't be good, right? Cut down, Anoint, Throat, Miasma. I don't know if their deck can physically win if I remove the Jaces. I guess they have 2 Overlords, but we can answer most of the other stuff pretty easily. We'll go with this. I got fish. Brother, there's no chance that I'm dying to... I'm not dying to a Fountain Port. That's not happening. 0 chance that's happening. Maybe I should have boarded these out. Just feel like I'm too threat-led if I board those out. Stonebrain is so bad here. Would you like to keep in Go for the Throat instead? Maybe a cut down? Perhaps an Anoint with Affliction? Like, it's better than the cards that are in my sideboard. I'm not saying it's great, but it's better than a blank piece of cardboard. Untapped isn't working. I'm not sure why. Because I have it open. I have it open and it says, like, I'm looking at it right now, and it says activated on Twitch. So it should be working. Oh, I should have fetched for land, my bad. It's working for everybody else. Okay. Yeah, it should be working, because it looks good on my end. Let's attack first, because I don't really care if they Rides End this. I just want to resolve this Annex. Sunfall, Get Lost, Day of Judgment. Okay, well. GG. They get Deshaun as the first trigger, but that's fine. I'm cool with that. Sure. I was at a work meeting. Can we restart so I can catch up? What do you mean? We fetch no land again? God damn it, why do I keep forgetting? Remind me to fetch my land, please. Day of Judgment. They probably don't want that. Okay, well, it's kind of awkward, because if I want to cast Maelstrom Pulse, I can't fetch because I don't have a forest. And I only have 1 green source. So that's a little awkward. Perhaps there maybe should be a forest in this deck. Get forest? You mean the forest that isn't in my deck? Ah. It's okay. I'll simply hit a untapped green source off of this map token. You ready? That is quite the opposite. Alright, there we go. Now we're cooking. Although, I am at 11. This is kind of dicey. Because we're going to have to find a second demon very quickly. Yeah, we're kind of just going to die to our own Annex. Not a demon, notably. Oh. Oh, but I could just do this. Well, that's pretty good. I like that. I do end up going to 5 here, but they're -3 lands. I would like you to sacrifice 3 lands, please. Forever. We can't get hit by Anchorage this turn, which is good. We do have to flip the Annex next turn, though. Because we're we're gonna die pretty quickly to this stupid Ritual Chamber. So, about that. I kind of want them to Rides End this. Yeah, sure. That's fine. Bottom. All I care about is this. They kept the Verge over a duel. Yeah, why'd they do that? Alright, now we're cooking. I think I'm not even going to attack with the demons. They can't Rides End it. Because they have Rides End and Whale. So let's cast this first. Yeah, I'm not going to attack with the demon. Map onto this thing. Map onto this thing. Sure. Play this, pass. Yeah, now this game should be over. It's a good thing I kept in those Bushwhacks, huh? It's a really good thing I kept in those Bushwhacks. I forgot about that. I mean, it was nice of them to just play a creature into my Bushwhack, you know, I appreciate that. Why do I have 7 lands to their 3? Yeah, that is not sufficient. I regret to inform you that is not sufficient. Mill 3? 14. If I hit a spell, they're dead. Oh, they're just dead anyways, right? Yeah, okay. In my head, they plussed, but they didn't plus. I'm thinking about these Gix's commands again. Because they're not great under normal circumstances, because a lot of their kill spells exile. Because they have Lockdown and Rides End. But Gix's command is not that bad against Jace. And it's also not that bad against Get Lost and Change the Equation. So I don't know. I could see Gix's command being okay. Maybe like -1 Obliterator for the first command could be alright. And it's good. Exodia Obliterate. I like Bennis' deck a lot. How did you feel about the finals being a domain mirror? Oh, not great. My answer is not great. I didn't even watch the finals. I mean, I didn't put it in my. I didn't board it in to not cast it here. You think I'm not going to cast it? What am I naming? That's a good question. I didn't think we'd get this far, so I'm not entirely sure if I should even activate it. The answer was going to be Jace. Think they have Tishana's? Surely not, right? Well, my only good play against Tidebinder is this. Alright, I'll do this. And then if I find land 4, I can do this plus this next turn. Name Stonebrain. They could take a damage off the Llanowar Wastes. I said, yep. Should have named Blast Zone, I guess. No! Now I can't... Oh, okay, I can draw Llanowar Wastes. Did not draw Llanowar Wastes. I do get a card, though, right? Annex time? I kind of feel forced into playing the Sentinel this turn, just so I can try to pressure Jace. I could also just Pulse Jace, right? Yeah, this is probably just safest. Well, the thing is, if I Stonebrain them, I kind of want to name Jace. But if I Stonebrain them while they already have a Jace in play, then they can untap and have a counterspell for my Pulse, which would be a little awkward. Because then that way they get to keep a Jace in play, which seems worse for me. Just leave it there. I'm just never going to activate the Stonebrain. Maybe they'll counter this? Awkward. Can I please have a land? Okay, that's not bad for next turn. We can see if the coast is clear for the Tishanas. Wake up. You have a question? I'm not sure if I feel comfortable answering your question. Would a Wastes be better than this Stonebrain? In this particular game and scenario, the answer to your question is probably yes, but not definitively. I mean, I could activate it, but we're afraid of them having Tishanas. So next turn, we get to take a look at their hand, see the Tishanas, and then still not be able to activate it. Hey, at least they have 3 copies of their own Wastes. Their mana's kind of sketchy too, so. Alright, what you got over there? What you working with? Yeah, I mean, creature or planeswalker that's black or red. I will not be playing black or red creatures or planeswalkers this game. I could have just killed the Jace, but I'm not super concerned with a Jace on 1. I could just kill it next turn. Yeah, well, I mean, now that they've played 2 Jaces, I guess I'll just name the Whale. Okay. Yeah, that's fine if they want a Blast Zone. I'm shocked they didn't Tishanas one of these. It's disastrous if they drew exactly Counterspell. No, they the Arnie list had 3 whales, I think. I'm pretty sure it had 3 whales. Oh, they only had 1. Oh, Bees is the card they had 3 of, my bad. I thought they had 3 whales for some reason. The Stonebrain? Look, I know you can't understand and appreciate how good the Stonebrain was that game, and I get it, it's fine. But is it even worth killing 2 permanents? I guess I'm not sure when I'm going to be able to get value out of it. Because, this is one of the few turns where they're not going to be able to decree, they can't Tishanas the trigger. So, even though I want more than 2 permanents out of it, I think this is probably the best spot that I have to go for it. They're just going to sack token land, but it's fine. So they're going to sack token land, untap decree, then I Tear Asunder, play Sentinel. Still in a pretty good spot. So no hat sandwich? No, it was a different hat that I ate. Yeah, even just trading it for a Stonebrain is fine. Keeps a card on top, huh? Tear ass. Yeah, I think we still just Sentinel here. They're going to Tishanas it, but then I can still just block the Tishanas. Because I would much rather have them Tishanas the Sentinel than the Ritual Chamber. So, I need to get this out of their hand before I play this. Interesting, they didn't fall for the bait. Okay. Opponent cast Dig Through Time. So Tishanas doesn't shut down enchantments, but it does shut down the ability to make a 6/6. So if I Ritual Chamber, this creates a trigger that they can Tishanas. So I'll still have the enchantment, but I won't have the demon. Dude, they're going to use this Tishanas at some point, I'm telling you. I promise you. Okay. Let's start here, see if we can bait a little bit of action out of them. I know you want to kill this. No? How about now? Dreadknight draw. I'm just going to play this and this. Because even if they ref me, I don't care that much. Because I get this back. I guess I could also just not play the Dreadknight from hand. Just play tap land. Which is probably better. Yeah. Alright. Go. First Annex here. Nah. I'm just going to wait. They're eventually going to have to tap out. Okay, if they don't have a land they can't dish. Yeah, see? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So play land to play around Normalize. Go for Ritual Chamber. They Normalize, then I pay. Negate. Well, that's not fair. Alright, well, 3-2, I guess. Kind of awkward. I will say, for the record, I did play around Normalize. Okay. Can't attack into that thing. Alright, no. Give me a card. Give me a card, please. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. Ho. Okay, so I need to set up a spot where I have 10 mana, so I can go 5, Ritual Chamber, bait the Tidebinder, then Obliterator fight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I can do that next turn. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, hear me out. Cast, Annex, cast Dreadknight, play tap land. Next turn, go Chamber, Obliterator, Bushwhack. So ideally, they only leave up 3 mana, and they Tishanas the Ritual Chamber, and then I could just blow them out. But they're probably gonna hold up more than 3 mana this turn, unless they have like a Jace maybe. Bushwhack yourself now. They can't counter the unlock. So they can't counter the unlock, but the unlock creates a trigger, which they can counter. Because, like, you unlock the room, which happens, that's a special action, but it makes a trigger that they get Tishanas. And they have 5 mana now. Kind of wanted them to have less than 5 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess they have 6 because of the treasure. How would I attack? I don't really see the point in attacking. Alright, let me do this. Is that worth going for? Bait with Dross. Well, I want them to use the Tidebinder, because if I don't get the Tidebinder out of their hand, they can Tidebinder the Obliterator trigger, right? So if I go Obliterator, Bushwhack, fight here, even if they don't have a kill spell, they just Tidebinder the sack trigger. So I need to get this out of their hand before I do this. So I think I'm going to go here. And if they, for some reason, don't Tishana's this, I'm just going to pass. Yeah, I'm just going to pass. Because now we have a win condition in play. I don't have to do anything. They have the sweeper then if they don't. Also fine, right? Make them sweep this. I have demon follow-up. Like, I think I'm totally fine with this outcome. They get Tishana's this, but if they were going to play Tishana's, they should have just Tishana's the Ritual Chamber. Well, we're chilling. We are being chilling right now. I think Chump is the best. Double block is better if they have Sunfall, but I don't think they would attack if they had Sunfall. So I'll just Chump. They're Sunfalling? No, if they had Sunfall, they would have just cast the Sunfall. They wouldn't give you the option to block with the Dreadknights. Yeah, just drawing Duress would be sick here. Oh, I really hope they Tishana's this. Okay, that's big. Okay, this is good for me, I think. 4, 8, 9, 10, 11 mana. So 4, 5, 9, 11. I can do everything. I think I actually want to lead with the Obliterator, because I'm pretty sure I'd rather resolve the Archfiend this turn. But I'm not 100% positive if this is better. Wow. I mean, they gotta have second Tishana's, right? No? Okay, they do. Sure. A-okay with this. A-okay with this. 3, 4, 5, 6. So, draw, play Archfiend. Alright, good turn. And they're at 14 and we have 11 in play. It is shocking how similar these cards look. Like, if you just look at them from far away. It almost, is it a panorama? Like, are these connected? They kind of almost look like they are, right? I'm just gonna go to combat. I wonder if there's like a panorama of these style of arts. Yeah. They're not thinking about blocking, are they? What's the point of blocking with fish? Oh, because it's Tishana. Right. I forgot about that. True. Demon me. And then double annex. I did forget that it was Tishana. Alright, your turn. I mean, if they have a kill spell for this 6/6, like, I guess that's bad, but... Nope. Didge. Take 6, please. Oh, man. Temporary lockdown. I don't think that's good enough. Something tells me that is not good enough. They're not literally dead this turn because we have to do this. I can animate Cottage, which forces them to chump block with the Tidebinder. Well, it's not lethal because they can found board. Oh, if they... Well, no, they just Anchorage, right?